What's going on, Arizona sports fan family? Appreciate you guys for stopping in. Today, what I want to talk about is the aftermath. Arizona Cardinals versus Baltimore Ravens, week 2 of preseason. How do we feel about our Arizona Cardinals moving forward? Let's dive right into it. Roll that intro. Alright everybody, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, today what I want to talk about is basically the aftermath of how we feel about the Arizona Cardinals after week 2 of preseason versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, before we get started, definitely do me one huge favor, smack that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. We are on the road to 10K. We got a long ways to go, but we can definitely do it. Let's go ahead and talk about this game here. This game right now, when we talk about the Arizona Cardinals versus the Baltimore Ravens, I saw a defense that was very frustrating to see. Now, there was some highlights here and there, right? But we saw a defense that wasn't able to stop the run. We saw a defense that could not make a tackle to save their life. We saw a defense that still struggled with the cornerback position. We've seen a defense that's just overall had some big glaring holes. And I just don't know where we go from here in terms of Arizona Cardinal fans. Right now, this is just the preseason, but this gives us kind of an opportunity to kind of take a look at the depth, for us to take a look at, the other pieces that are not going to make the roster, but they possibly can make the roster. Like, that's what preseason really is for, but we have seen some big glaring needs or, big issues that we've seen last year, translate into this week 2, where we couldn't stop the run to save our life. Our cornerbacks look depleted. It's just, we were getting burned by a rookie named Isaiah Likely with 8 receptions, 100 yards, and 1 touchdown. It's just, if that doesn't scream we need help, I don't know what else to say. Like, we've been talking about the cornerback room for so long on this channel, and we were even talking about this last year about the cornerback roll in. I really do hope the rumor is true that we're going to trade for a cornerback, because honestly, we really do need it. Now, if you take a look at the Ravens quarterbacks, they play phenomenally. Like, they played very good. Tyler Huntley was 13 of 14, 129 yards with the touchdown. Anthony Brown was 10 of 13, 91 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Like, man, that's pretty rough. Now, Trace Mcsorley, to me specifically, I don't think he had a very good game. Now, his stats are 18 of 34, 229 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he did have 1 rushing touchdown. Now, Trace Mcsorley was in this game a lot longer than I initially thought he was going to be. I thought he was only going to be there in the first half, but I really do believe that Cliff Kingsbury and the Arizona Cardinals wanted him in there until he could make a touchdown. And when he did that, lo and behold, here comes Jarrett Quarantano. So it almost was kind of like, okay, I see what you guys are doing there. But Trace Mcsorley didn't have a good game at all. I honestly do think that his stock did go down. It made him look better, right? Because he did score a touchdown, but truth be told, this game was 24-3 for the longest time. And we only really started scoring touchdowns in the fourth quarter, which is very concerning, to be honest with you. The Arizona Cardinals was very, very, it was bad to see. I guess there's really no other, ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, it was bad. Now, Kyler Murray did take over play calls, which is actually pretty cool to see. I love the idea of Kyler Murray taking over play calls, really kind of seeing the other side of it all. Obviously, he's in the pocket. He's doing the plays, but to actually call them, it's a lot of strategicness that comes along with it. And I'm glad he's getting that experience under his belt. Now, when he was calling the plays, he did get 14 points that Cliff Kingsbury didn't get. And I know there's a lot of people talking about, oh my God, we shouldn't get, fire Cliff. He doesn't know what he's doing. Kyler Murray is the man. And although, yes, I do believe Kyler Murray is the man, but Cliff's not going anywhere, everybody. Maybe we can save those chants. Maybe we can save the pickets till the end of the season. But as of right now, he is our head coach. Nobody really kind of stood out to me, to be honest with you. Like, I had a lot more losers on this game than I did have winners. But, I definitely do got to give kudos. I feel like the stock went up from Andy Isabella. I think Andy Isabella had a very good game. Now, he had 5 receptions, 54 yards, no touchdowns yards or anything like that, but just the way that he was catching the ball was just really, really good. I'm really excited to see what he can become. Now, granted, if he doesn't have a spot here in the Arizona Cardinals, his stock really helps himself out, or at least these plays that he's making in preseason really helped himself out when it comes to other teams, right? He's also working out for other teams. So I think his stock definitely went up. Now, Victor Bolden Jr. had a really good game, 5 receptions, 66 yards. Greg Dortch also had another good game, 4 receptions, 47 yards. Jonathan Ward had a really good game as well. He was active in the receiving game, the rushing game, as well as special teams. It just was unfortunate that he ended up getting cut short just due to injury. But other than that, like, that was really the extent of it all, everybody. Like, even Jarrett Guarantano was 3 of 6, 37 yards, and then 1 touchdown. Like, but it's just crazy. Like, there was a lot more not good stuff in this game than there was good stuff. So definitely stock down from just defensive not being able to stop the run, stock down from the defense not being able to tackle, stock down from Trace McSorley, stock up from Andy Isabella. I think he had a very good game. Now, honestly, I want to talk about one other thing here real quick, which was Kyler Murray's interview. Now, I'm not sure if you guys listened to it, but one of the Fox reporters ended up coming to him and obviously asking him the very obvious questions of what happened last year, and this and that about leadership. And honestly, after that interview, it got me really excited. It really got me excited to really say, dang, like, I really do feel like we're in a place now where Kyler Murray is going to be the leader of men that we all know he's going to become. So I don't know what it is. Something about that interview just kind of got me a struck of excitement, being like, yes, now we're all fighting, like, we're all going the same way, right? I feel like everybody just had their hands in the cookie jar last 3 years, and everybody wanted to go this way. This person wanted to go that way. That person wanted to go that way. And I think now Cliff and Kyler Murray are finally in an USA moment, and they're finally driving for the same destination, which is Super Bowl, playoffs, win a playoff game, anything like that. So I'm very excited to see what the progression is. Now, there was a mention of, obviously the negativity and everything that kind of crowded around the locker room. And I do think that at one point, Kyler Murray did acknowledge the fact that, hey, maybe he had something to do with that as well. But the maturity level that I've seen from Kyler Murray, the leadership that we're starting to see more, the being more vocal is out there, and it's very apparent. So I'm very excited to see what Kyler Murray is going to transpire. But overall, this Ravens game, I literally just want to dig a 6-foot hole, put this game in it, and never really talk about it ever again, because nothing really good came out of this game at all. Like, you look at the scoreboard, 24-17, but literally this game was 24-3 in my eyes. Like, the 24-point swing was probably against third, fourth stringers, where the Baltimore Ravens ended up, easing up on the Arizona Cardinals. And I really don't feel like we done very much to say that this was a close game. I really don't think it was. So let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Who's your stock up and who's your stock down of any players that you want to talk about? Put everything in the comments below. Now, I know that this is going to be asked, how do I feel about Xavier Collins? I think Xavier Collins had a better game this time around than he did against last week against the Bengals. But, right, the more and more reps he's going to get, the more and more better he's going to get. He did have one good play that he ended up, stuffing somebody in the backfield. Well, not stuffing them, but basically it was like a flat route or a swing route, but he ended up catching it and getting him for a tackle for a loss. So definitely good there. So hopefully Xavier Collins can continue to get better, because that's all we want to see, right? We need to make sure that our linebacker, or at least our middle linebackers, can produce to the level that we need them to. So let me know how you guys are feeling post week 2. Everybody, put everything in the comments below. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.